on the coaching side, because we do deals with our students, as you know, it's not just we sell them stuff. So we want to do deals everywhere. We're in 80 markets right now. We obsess over the metrics of their deals. So we started 24 with a metric of 0.25 deals per student. Now let me explain, because that sounds dismal. The coaching business in general is about that. It's about a quarter of a deal per person because people quit or people want to do one deal a year, whatever. You can't skew the metrics, right? It is what it is. So we said at the beginning of 24, what if we were to get that to 1? And they said that's unheard of. So by the end of 24, we reached 1.1 deals per person in the community. So now our goal is to bop that up to 1.5, which again, I don't know even exists in the industry where people are doing deals. So that's what our big thing is right now. We're always focused on them, because they won't leave us if they're doing deals, right? Why would they?
Exactly. By a show of hands, how many of you make less than you think that you are worth? Why is that? It's time for you to put your foot down and say, enough. Luckily, you're here at the right time and the right place. The most wonderful real estate podcast ever is the path that you seek. I'm Dwanbenttwyford, and I have closed over 2,000 deals. I've been investing for over 30 years. I've seen all the markets, and I've done over $500 million worth of deals. I mean, think about that. $500 million worth of real estate. And I have a heart for you. I want you to walk my path with me. Your life is about to change. And do you know why? Because it's time to thrive in 25. Say it with me. It's time to thrive in 25. It's time to thrive to 25. Enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the most wonderful real estate podcast ever. I'm your host, Dwanbenttwyford, and I want you to know we just reached 1 million downloads. 1 million downloads, and that is all because of you. And I am so excited that we have come that far, and so now let's work towards the 2 million downloads. As you can see today, I have an awesome guest, Mr. Chris Prefontaine, and we're just going to jump right in and start talking to Chris and find out what's going on. So how are you, honey?
I am doing great. Good to see you again, as always.
I know, you too. You too. I'm always excited to hear what you guys are up to over there.
Well,
so let's do this. Start off. I always like, I don't know if you remember from last time, but I always like the guests to just, like in a sentence or two, tell us who you are, just quick, and how to reach you in all of the areas, because I like everything at the top of the show notes. And then we'll go through and ask questions to discover how you became the wicked smart Chris Prefontaine.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, Chris Prefontaine, founder and chairman of smartrealestatecoach.com. We're helping people all over North America, mostly United States, buy and sell without banks and without gobs of your own money. As far as how to get a hold of me, I mean, as usual, Dwan, I want to give everybody a gift. If they go to wickedsmartbooks.com/Dwanbent, you will get a physical package. You won't pay 10 cents. And it's our gift to you for being an awesome listener and getting to 1 million downloads.
Yeah. So say it one more time. Wicked Smart
Books with an S, wickedsmartbooks.com// words are tough, Dwanbent.
All right. Okay. That's awesome. You're going to send them something free.
They're going to get the 2 best-selling books and maybe some other goodies.
Yay. Well, I love free stuff. So I'm sure everybody else who doesn't love free stuff. So right. That is amazing. So now you are literally the country's expert on subject twos.
Let me say humbly, one of many, because you are.
No, in my book, you are the one.
All right, thank you.
No, you are the one. I do them, I teach them, I get it. But like you guys, like your entire company is based on subject twos, like the whole company. And there's not a lot of, I don't know anyone that is as amazing as you guys that have dedicated the whole thing. You've trademarked what you do. Like you are the guru.
Thank you.
You're my guru anyway. So tell us about subject twos, because I know, and I remember you told me that you trademarked something about the 3 steps.
Yeah, we trademarked the 3 paydays when we exit.
Yeah, the three
We-
paydays. That's right.
Because we exit, just for context for the listener, we exit the same way, but we buy sub two, and then we buy free and clear on the financing because that's zero interest when we do it. So there's different things we do there. Those are two different issues.
So if someone is new,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't actually talked about subject twos for a couple of years, so this will be great because this will be all new information. So I'm a new investor. I find you guys. I'm involved in the Wicked Smart Real Estate, the Smart Real Estate Coaching organization, and I want to do a subject two. Can you just kind of give us, like the easy layman way to walk us through what is a subject two?
Yeah, so subject to just means subject to the existing mortgage. So I'm going to buy Dwan's house, and she wants to have financial relief right away, or she wants to move and she just needs an instant fix. So we're going to buy her house. The loan that she signed personally on is going to stay exactly in place. We are going to take title, or our entity or our trust is going to take title to the property, and we're going to make payments on her behalf to her underlying debt. We're not assuming it. Other people go, yeah, I get that. We assume the loan. No, because assuming you're going to go apply and you're going to sign personally, and that's a no-no, at least in my book.
No, it's in my book too. Yeah, and that's what people say. Well, I can assume someone's loan. I don't qualify for it. It's like, no, you're not assuming it. They're deeding it to you, and you're becoming responsible for it.
Right, 100%. Yeah, and I said the way I said the trust of the entity, because I'm not an attorney. I leave that up to your attorney, but make sure you're going to an attorney who's done thousands of them because they're out there. And the ones that haven't, as Dwan, they'll say, oh, no, you can't do that. Well, right, because you've never done one. But there's attorneys that specialize in them.
I had someone recently, that's a newer student of mine, and they're like, oh, I read the subject to stuff. I feel like that's against the law. The bank's going to call the due on sale clause, and I don't have any money, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was like, stop talking to other people.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. So address that, because you have to hear that as your number one.
I do.
What about the due on sale clause?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's a thing.
Listen, I have an update for you. We didn't talk about this yesterday on that note.
Okay.
So, and he's in Florida. The story I'm going to tell you, this is even better. So the guy in St. Germain Act obviously was set up in the 80s to transfer property, let's just say amongst family. I'm keeping it simple. And there's a way to paper that deal in trusts. Well, this gentleman, this attorney in Florida, Charles Castellone, I'll use his name. He'd be psyched I use his name. He was challenged on this, Dawn. He had to fight a bank on the due on sale clause, and he won.
Oh.
Because he papered it right. I've never heard anyone get called out on this, and his client did, and he won. And
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Tell his
awesome.
name again. Tell everybody his name again.
Charles Castellone.
Okay, y'all write that down.
I'll get you his info. He's in Florida. He came to speak in Boston to us, but he's in Florida. And that's a huge statement because, again, if you go to someone like him who knows what the heck they're doing, they'll get the deal done with you. Not only that, I've had my sellers call him and him put them at ease and tell them how and why it's papered, how and why they're protected, and how and why it's a good thing for them. And he's put together deals for me just with a phone call for 10 minutes. So it's very important you use the right attorney on your team. That is a glaring example. I used to say the same thing, but now here we have a glaring example of how that works.
Exactly. And once you have an example, if someone ever's like, oh, my deal, I don't understand, or whatever, it's like, you have to cite like cases and
yeah,
like, now you got a case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but so then what you were saying is the bank did try to call the due on sale, or they were worried about it. The bank.
No, they tried to call, and he went into court and he won.
Good. It's funny. I've been investing for 35 years. I've never seen any bank try to call the due on sale clause.
And I'm in my 34th. I'm right behind it. And I have never, not me, not anyone.
Never. So people say that. And so whenever I'm doing one of our 2-day workshops, we have a subject to an hour and a half class. And I always say, okay, before you ask the question, what about the due on sale clause? Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this for 34 years. I've never seen it happen. I've done thousands of deals. My students have done thousands of deals. No one's ever heard of it. So put it out of your mind. It doesn't happen, but it did. And then they still won. So it doesn't happen.
Well, let's qualify this too. It doesn't happen when we just said paper it right with an attorney. Number two, it doesn't happen when you got to pay your bill,
You got to pay
right?
the bill.
You got to pay the mortgage because that you've seen crazy stories like that, but that you'll get locked up doing that. But those, if you do those two things, you're good.
Yeah. And I say the same thing. I'm like, listen, the most important thing is the paperwork.
Yeah.
You have to have, and whether it's a rehab or a subject to, or like my son, it's called high equity partnering. So he finds these homeowners that have maybe a $400,000 house. They only owe 150, but they're in foreclosure. They waited too long to try to sell it. It needs $100,000 worth of work. So he goes in with these people and he's like, listen, we're going to partner. You're going to move out. We're going to rehab it. And when it's all done, we're going to split it. And then people are like, wow, okay, I'm going to get, half my money instead of none of my money. And then my son averages about $150,000 per deal. But again, it's got to be paper, 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 because you're essentially taking it as a subject to. You are bringing the back payments, but then you're rehabbing it, but then you're selling it, and then you're partnering the sale with the homeowner. And anywhere along the way, the homeowner can come back and look at the house and go, oh, you fixed it up so nice. We don't want to, the payments are current. We want to move back in, all the things. And it's your documentation and your paperwork is the thing that saves all the deals. Because as you know, homeowners hear what they want to hear, not what you said.
Yeah. And then they get amnesia sometimes.
Oh, they do. They do. They get amnesia sometimes. Then they're like, well, you said we could make between, maybe 20 and 40. I'm expecting 40. It's like, okay, there was a 20 and a 40.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So doing these subject to, without going into super detail, what are some of the documents? Because every call I do, every workshop I do, I just can't stress enough to people, documents. If you don't have the papers and you end up in some kind of a thing, it's your word against theirs, and who's going to believe the evil investor versus the sweet homeowner? It's the documents. And people are like, oh, I kind of hate to ask people for all these. I'm like, listen, if you're afraid to sit down and say, I need these 2,000 things filled out, you need to get out of the business right now.
Yeah, I tell you what, and I worry about with respect to that. We have a purchase and sales agreement that was custom for sub twos that has a page worth of disclosures on there that they have to initial individually so they understand exactly what they're doing. The onus is not on you if there ever was a due on sale call. It's clear in there. Once I have that signed and it was structured just for sub twos, then it goes to the attorneys. They can paper it. Both sides, I don't care how they do it. That's number one. Number two, it must be, I know there's a lot of people that, and I did back in the day, could just get a deed, quick claim. In my opinion, you are covered even more in this process Dwan and I are talking about by closing it with an attorney, just like any other deal.
Yeah.
Because they sat with an attorney. It's very hard to say, come back after you when they sat with your attorney. Guess who's going to be a witness? Your attorney. They sat with them and did the signing. It's pretty hard to lose.
It is. So they're going to sign your document. They're going to, so subject to, you'd be bringing their mortgage payments. I'm assuming they're behind.
If they're behind, it's built into the purchase and sales. And not all of ours are, but back in the day, I used to say all the sub twos they were financially, needing help. Now we're seeing some really cool deals now, Dwan. One of our students, Rick, just did two of these, where the home's like 700 to $1 million. They owed like maybe 300 or 400. So he took that sub two, and then he put owner financing on top of it with no payments and no interest for like 4 years. So they're not always hurting and behind. Some people just want some closure.
Yeah. We had a guy, Michael, not really long ago that I don't know what his job was, but he had to have security clearance. So part of that is you cannot be late on a mortgage payment.
Ooh.
And we met him and he's like, hey, listen, so it was a new student of mine. He goes, I met this guy. He's got to move in like 2 weeks. And what do I do? I'm like, no, you need to grab the house. But I was like, the most important thing to this guy is you can't be late. He can't miss that payment. He misses payments. He loses his security clearance.
Yeah.
And hence he doesn't need to move. And so Michael Madison, the guy that did it, he is like retired from the service. He's like, oh, I'm going to move into this house. And I said, no, dude, you can't afford this. this needs to be a subject too. Let me tell you why. When we through all the numbers, he's like, yeah, I can't afford to live in this house. I need to make money on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Every deal is different.
yeah. So sometimes they're not in distress. Sometimes just something comes up. So
Yep.
the deals that you do you keep all of them in your portfolio or do you sell any of them owner financing? Like what do you guys do once you get it?
We primarily start, and I'll say why start with rent to own, because instead of doing it right away to owner finance the buyer, I'd like to see them prove themselves. So the way we do that is we say, okay, they thought the whole time they had to go jump through all the hoops of getting a bank eventually. So once we accept them, we give them the great news. And sometimes literally I've had people in tears. I say, look, if you can keep your payments coming for 2 years, like you have no flaws in there, and let's say I was collecting 10%, I say, and if you can get your deposit up to 20%, when you get to those two plateaus, we'll consider owner financing you. You won't have to go through the whole headache of underwriting because then I know you can perform. That's like so we create another whole profit center there, obviously.
Yeah, and see, I like to do that. I like to, personally, I do like to offer them owner financing and help someone. But I always tell people, like, listen, when I tell people, I'm like, hey, listen, it's basically, whatever down, and we're not really strict on the credit. But then I tell my students, I'm like, listen, you still have to run their credit because they may have had really great credit and maybe somebody got sick and they went payments behind, but now they're on track again, but the bank still won't give them a chance. Well, I'll give them a chance.
I agree.
But, if they're 40 years old and for 20 years they paid every single solitary thing late, they go, oh, but Miss Dwana, I promise I'll pay you on time. They're not paying you on time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the exact example I use.
So you look at their credit, but if they have like a blip, that's a clear
legit.
issue. Do you guys are like, hey, that's okay, we'll still work with you?
That's who mostly we deal with. We deal with that, and we deal with people that are leaving corporate America. They start their own business. They're not financeable yet. They're great. They have good credit. They have good cash. They just can't get financed yet. Those are great. I
know. It's funny. Some of the people, one of the last houses my son did a subject to on, it was like a $500,000 house. And these people, they go, oh yeah, we have like three, like the grandparents, the parents, all living in this house together. And they're like, yeah, we've got $45,000 down, like cash. And I'm like, where do all these people just show up out of the woodwork and they've just got like a box of money? Yeah. But it's a shocking amount of people.
Yeah, it is. We had a woman on that note, $250,000 house. Hardest worker I've ever met. Literally, she just didn't have a green card yet. I bet you she had 6 different things going, businesses, jobs. She came in with her parents in our conference room, this is years ago, and counted out $100,000 on a 250 house. And she has since cashed it out and lives there, and she's doing great. I think the place doubled since then, but yeah, good for her.
Yeah, it is. It's surprising. I'm just surprised sometimes how much cash people have. It's just, I don't know. My parents used to call it mattress money.
I was just going to say that. Well,
yeah. Instead you just like stick it under the bed. I was like mattress money. So anytime I ever buy a house where people have just left all their stuff, I'm like, listen, look under all the beds, all the mattresses, look for that mattress money. Because I'm glad I'm not the only one to use that term. That's the term my parents use. My grandparents used to use. My grandma would go under her bed and just pull out a thing just full of cash.
Especially, after the Depression, that's what they did.
Yeah, they didn't. Nobody trusted the banks.
Yeah.
I don't even know about trusting the banks these days anyway. I trust that you are loving the podcast. Hey, do you really want to become a super kick-ass superstar real estate investor? Really? 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 All right, I want you to spend the next minute and just take my real estate investing quiz. Super fast, super quick. It'll let you know where you stand on your journey. The link is in the show notes, or you can go to dwanderful.com. And back to the show. So I want to tell about explain your 3 paydays, because I love your 3 paydays.
Yeah, the 3 paydays. Let's use the example we just did with, okay, I'm in corporate America, I leave, I got good money. I didn't realize that when I went to the bank with my down payment, they weren't going to finance me. So they come to the table with the rent to own with a nice deposit. To your point, it's not somebody that's had a headache for 40 years with their credit. Someone who deservedly can do a house. So we get that as our payday 1, upfront money. It's like the best business model, whether it's real estate or opening a restaurant, right? You have now money. Then once you put that buyer in the house, you're making the delta between what you're paying on the underlying mortgage or to the seller if it's owner financing and what they're paying monthly to live in the house while they get financing. There's a delta there. And
You
then,
call that the delta payment?
well, it's the spread, it's the payment two, right? Payday two. It's the spread between what you're paying for the house and what they're paying you monthly before they get their
What do
financing.
you call it?
Payday two. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
payday
just
two.
the spread between, yeah. And then payday three is really cool because the longer the term, the better. But it's your markup on the property, but more importantly, the principal pay down throughout the entire term of the property. So picture buying a house sub two. Dwan and I go up buy a house for mortgage rate of 3%. They're out there. We're buying them 2, 3, 4% right now because of a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now that principal's getting hammered down, and when you cash that out, that's part of your payday three. It's pretty powerful. I'll actually give you a metric, Don, with these paydays. So when we buy a house, this is for anyone across the entire country. If you buy it for, and I'm talking free and clear now, I'm going to pivot on this a little bit for owner
Okay.
financing. You buy a house for $200,000 or more. Everybody can find that in the marketplace. $200,000 or higher.
Yep.
You structure at least 4-year terms owner financing with the owner or more. And you structure a monthly principal only payment of $950 or more. With our 3 paydays, you have 6 figures. On a $200,000 house or higher, you have 6 figures because of the principal pay down.
I know. And that people don't understand that. It's like when you take over someone's mortgage, and it is surprising that because there's so many people still losing houses that are still coming from COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was just, and people were like, oh, no, COVID's over, 2000, and I'm like, no, honey, the foreclosure, the whole COVID thing is not over.
Trickle.
But people did have these low interest rates. So if you get a house, like you said, and whatever it is, the interest is this, and you sell to somebody else for that, they pay down. This one pays down slower. So that pay down difference, that can be a really big check at the end.
Yep. Yep. You want to know a cool list too? You just said foreclosure, it made me think of it. So we're attacking this new list. You love it. It's distressed owners. And they're pulling the company is pulling this, they're pulling it with whatever metrics they use, but in the metrics are things like they're not late in their mortgage yet. They're late on credit cards, they're late on auto, they might be late on taxes. They might have had one mortgage, but then they paid it back, so it's okay now. But the amount of the distress lists are enormous. And so that's only heading towards foreclosure. The foreclosures are actually not that bad now. They're getting worse, to your point. But the distress list is huge. So we've been working that list, and it's a brand new list for us. That's a cool list.
So is that a list that you offer out for sale for people?
Yeah, well, we don't own it. It's a third party, but yeah, we just introduced it to our community. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be if you had a list of people that were behind on credit cards and different things like that, that would be so powerful.
Because they're trending, as you know, what's next? The house, they're hanging on, but the next is, and they actually have level 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they're level 4 distress, they're hitting the mortgage next.
Yeah, the mortgage is next. Yeah. People always try to hang on, to the mortgage for the last thing. And then once they start falling behind on that, it feels like the rest of it just sort of tumbles.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great list. I don't know who thought of it, but it's a good list.
I'd love to have my hands on a list like that. I'm just saying,
I'll get
friend.
it for you. I'll get it for you.
So what's your big thing that you're working on now? Like where are you trying to take your business?
So on the coaching side, because we do deals with our students, as you know, it's not just we sell them stuff. So we want to do deals everywhere. We're in 80 markets right now. We obsess over the metrics of their deals. So we started 24 with a metric of 0.25 deals per student. Now let me explain, because that sounds dismal. The coaching business in general is about that. It's about a quarter of a deal per person because people quit or people want to do one deal a year, whatever. You can't skew the metrics, right? It is what it is. So we said at the beginning of 24, what if we were to get that to 1? And some of the people you might know Family Mastermind, there's like 200 coaching companies. And they said that's unheard of. So by the end of 24, we reached 1.1 deals per person in the community, which is, now, that means some people do 10 and some people do none, right? But that's what we reached in 24. So now our goal is to bop that up to 1.5, which again, I don't know even exists in the industry where people are doing deals. So that's what our big thing is right now. We're always focused on them, because they won't leave us if they're doing deals, right? Why would they?
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I am too. It's like, listen, if people are doing deals with you or you're mentoring them or you're having them in your program running through your system and they've got all your help, There's no way why would they leave?
No, it's a family and it's strength. It's community.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's strength and community. All right, so let's change topics for a minute. Tell me, I know you told me this before, but people might not remember. What's your favorite band of all time?
Favorite band of all time. Well, they make fun of me because at every event I still play the AC/DC. You come to our event, it's our 10th annual this October, and it'll play for every time we come back from break.
Oh, I want to come to your event.
You should. I'll make a note and get you a ticket. How's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Send me a thing.
Well, if you're coming, we got to make you work then. You got to speak.
Okay. I'll do
All right.
it. I'll do
Good
it.
deal.
I'll do it. Oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
And I'll get you the link for the distressed.
I will 100% come. I will get up there and tell everyone Chris is the man. What he does, I believe in it so hard. Now, Bill and you put us to shame. We've only done about 350 subject twos. I'm sure you guys have done thousands and thousands right now.
Oh, that's a strong number. I don't know what the community has done. I don't know. Well, I guess we would tell you if I went backwards. I don't know the number, but you guys kick butt on that. That's a big number.
But yours has to be higher because you've got your community and you've got your students and then.
Well, we do our deals too. I mean, I can't like for disclosure reasons, I don't know exactly how many, but we're somewhere between 700 and 1,000 deals ourselves. The community has done whatever it's done too. So yeah, it's a lot of deals.
That's amazing. I mean, I don't think I know anyone ever that's done individually 700 subject twos. Like that's a massive number.
Total deals, like subject to owner financing, whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, but that's great. You should be proud of yourself. Okay, so we're going to listen to AC/DC. And what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Any fish.
Fish.
I forgot you used to ask these questions. You probably asked me this 4.5 years ago when we were together.
I did.
I'm boring. They didn't change.
That's okay. That's okay. I have a new question I didn't ask before. I have two more that I didn't ask before. Okay. I just like to ask personal questions because I feel like at the end of the day, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, people like to work with people that they like.
Yeah.
And most people are just like, here's my 10 questions, and you go through a podcast and you just rattle off the same 10 questions. And so if you send me 10 questions and I ask them, and everyone that interviews you ask them too, then they see you on my podcast like, oh, it's the same 10 questions. So people send me their questions all the time. And then I don't, and a minute or two in, they're like, are you gonna ask my questions? I'm like,
all organic. I'd rather have it.
No, I don't ask questions. And so some people, they kind of freak out because they want a structure. I'm like, no, let's just talk. Let's find out. What are we doing? What are you doing? Let's find out what you like and what you don't like. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe people work with people that they like.
Yeah.
And you have a few things in common. Like, who doesn't love AC/DC? Like, who doesn't like AC/DC? Like, really? And, and who doesn't like fish? I mean, I'm a sushi hound. I've had sushi. I don't know. I've been down here for 3 weeks. I've had sushi like 12 times.
I tell you what, the event that I said, we switched to this venue last year. We used to have it in Rhode Island, but we have it now in the financial district in Boston. It's at this convention type center, but they feed all of the participants, all of us, students, everyone, breakfast and lunch. And it is top notch. Speaking of fish and it's unbelievable.
Well, in Boston, you have that place, that little fish place. It's like down on the water that has those lobster rolls.
Chart House, maybe.
I can't think of the name of it. But every time we go, that's like the first place I go and get those hot, buttery lobster rolls.
Well, you need wicked smart shirts if you're going to walk through Boston. I got to gear you up.
Oh, I need a shirt because I will wear it every single place that I go.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. I got a lot of things I got to do for you.
No, I'll wear it. Anyone that ever sends me a shirt, I wear them all the time. And I always like to promote one. In fact, I need to start making shirts because I'm like, oh, I need a shirt like that.
You do?
I do need shirts. What's your favorite part of the day? Where's your happy place during the day? Or night?
4 to 6 in the morning.
4 to 6. And what do you do between 4 to 6 to make that your happy time?
I work out. If I don't, my day's messed up. And then I do my 3 minutes of, people would call it meditation. I just call it visualization for the successful day, and then some long-term stuff. It's 3 minutes, but those two things set up the day.
That's nice. I like that. So, yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh, like that. I get up at 4 in the morning and my first thought, I love you dearly. I'm always like, why?
That's my life. Yeah.
It's so early. Why? But then I'm the other side of the coin. I go to bed at midnight. I mean, I go to bed at midnight and I wake up at 7, and that's my happy sleeping place. And if I go to bed earlier or later, I don't feel good the next day. So When
I always have, but now I have an excuse. We have a new puppy. So like today at about 3:26, she's licking my face. I'm like, okay, I'm up. I'm in the gym.
Oh, okay. What kind of puppy do you have?
Multi-poop.
Oh, multi-poo. Oh, I know. Our very last dog just died back in, uh, let's see. So I guess it would be about a year ago.
Ours was
No,
February of 24 too. We lost our Maltese. Yeah.
yeah, we had a Pyrenees. Bill
Ah,
and I have been married 23 years. And since the day we got married, we have had Newfoundlands, those giant,
yeah.
the ones that jump out of helicopters into the
Yeah.
Arctic water. We've had Newfoundlands and Pyrenees, and we've had anywhere from 4 to 6 dogs.
At once?
Oh, yeah, because they're outside dogs. We have 10 acres. Sometimes we have two. Like when the two start getting old, we get two pups.
Yeah.
And then when those get old, we get two more. So we've had anywhere from 4 to 6 dogs for 23 years. So when Harmony died, I said, listen to me. Do not buy another dog. I said, we're in our 60s. I want to travel more. It's a lot of work to have someone come and take care of them.
Yeah.
And I said, if you get another dog, I'm freaking moving. No more dogs. We're taking a break. We've had 22 years of dogs, and I love them. And we even bought a van, like a passenger van, took the seats in the back out. So when we go somewhere, we take all the dogs. It's called our dog van.
You would dial in.
Back, and it's got like pillows and there's food and water, and we'll be like, come on, and we'll drive somewhere and just another state and just take all the dogs. That we finally lost Harmony, and it was super weird because we've just never not had dogs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was so weird, like it's always sad when you lose one, but then it was like so weird because they bark at night because they're protecting you.
Yeah.
And it was like, gosh, it took me a while to be able to sleep like in the silence.
Yeah.
Bill, he keeps sending me pictures like every 2 days. Look at these goofy puppies. I'm like, stop it. No dogs. No
We went a
dogs.
whole year.
Not getting dogs.
We waited a year.
I know. I feel like part of me is like, oh, I want more dogs. But then the other part is like, I'm down here for a month.
Yeah.
Bill's there. We're going to Iowa to work on our buildings this
Yeah.
summer.
That's tough.
And it's like, it's hard to have them because we're in an apartment and it's downtown and you got to take them to the park and just, all of it. So yeah, this is my, I started someone gets a puppy. I'm like, oh God, puppies. I love puppies. I love dogs. But then I'm like, no, say no.
When we get off, I'll send you a picture.
Oh Lord, so you'll kill me and make me want to get a dog. Even when I was down here, because I told Bill I'd like to have a smaller house dog. He's like, listen, you're gonna be in Florida for a month. Don't get a dog. I was like, why would you think that? He's like, I just know how you are. Don't get a dog. Okay, so your next big plan, how can the Dwanderful community help you with your next big plan?
Well, it really relies on me helping whoever, right? So however we can help you guys, I think us doing things together, like at our Boston event or some of your stuff, that's going to be the ticket because then we both team up and help more and more people, right? We both have the same goals, both have the same integrity around the deals. So you and I working together would help a lot of people.
Yeah, it would. We'll do some events together. We'll make sure we do. And maybe we can even do like a webinar or something like that. So I
Yeah,
can
that's easy. Yeah.
get you on the thing. And because I just, I love the way you guys do it. And I like the fact that your whole business is dedicated to that one thing. And I tell a lot of my students that are like, well, they want to do a little this, a little that, da, da, da. And I said, listen, if you really want to do like full on subject twos all the time, and I tell them, you need to go look up Chris and you need to go there because he has a whole system and that's all they do. Their whole business is built around that. And I said, way more than me. Like I can help you do them, but I'm rehabbing a town right now. So it's like
I'm a little busy.
I'm up to my eyeballs in construction work. And so I have sent people to you over the past. I'm like, he's the best person I know in the country. I really do consider you to be the top guru in the country for that.
I sincerely appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
I love the fact that we're buddies and we can talk and we can text each other. It's like, oh, and if someone really needs, I'm like, I would never give anyone your phone number, but I would certainly send them to your website.
That's awesome.
Because if I said giving out your phone number, you'd be like, Dwan, stop it. Take me out of your phone, man.
It's all good.
Okay, last thing. And I want you to leave us with a word of wisdom, but only one single word.
One single word. Confidence.
Oh, I like it.
Because you can throw up on, I'm being facetious, but you can throw up on someone on the phone, but if you're confident, they'll want to follow you. People like confidence and clarity.
People like confidence and clarity. So in the Dwanderful world, whatever the my guest gives us, that's our word of the week.
Oh,
So
nice.
tell people, write it on a little sticky and put it on your bathroom mirror. And
Nice.
every day say confidence, 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 confidence. So what exactly does that mean to you?
In your demeanor, your communication, your walking or run, everything you do projects it.
Do it in confidence. All right, guys. So there's your word of the week from Mr. Chris. And I love everyone. And I never tell anyone ahead of time, like, hey, I'm going to have you give a word. Because then you can see people like they're thinking about their word and they get distracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No,
more
that's
fun
no
just to
good.
say, here, what is it? Because whatever it is, that's what is important to you.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
Trust it.
honestly, I don't know how anybody makes it in anywhere in the world, in any industry, without just having super confidence.
Yeah.
And you can just be confident, even though you don't feel it inside. You can still project it, and then eventually it'll become a part of you.
Yeah. Almost habitual, for lack of a better word with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm always just like, okay, I'm 66. I got pink hair. I'm confident walking into this and this really stuffy meeting I'm going to. People can take it or leave it. I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day. So, all right, honey, I just want to thank you again for sharing your
Thank
time.
you.
I appreciate
Awesome.
it. It's so good to see you. I forgot how
Thank you.
adorable and cute you are.
Thank you.
So I
It's
will
always
see
awesome
you.
to hang out.
I will see you in October. I love Boston. I've been there for a while, so I will sure come up and hang out, and
I'm going to get you the info.
I'll do whatever you want me to do. If you want me to talk or speak or just like cheer, get a cheerleading.
I want you to definitely be up front. If you're coming, you're going to be up front.
Okay, well, I'll take it. All right, everybody, we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'm stumbling. Same bad time, same bad channel. And remember that the truth is in the red letters. Bye, everyone. Thank you, honey.
Take care. Thank you.
I am so glad that you stuck around. I almost forgot to tell you. In addition to having this amazing educational podcast, I'm now able to work with you one-on-one. Yes, one-on-one, you and me working together, and I have a 3-deal guarantee. 3-deal guarantee that you'll close 3 deals. So you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. Take the quiz. Go to dwanderful.com. Take the real estate investing quiz. See you on the other side.